up?
What's happening?
What's up?
What's popping?
What's happening?
Crack-a-lackin'.
We're here on a. We'll go ahead and say we're here on a Saturday night, but we're here because we were voted to be here on a Saturday night.
Yes, we were.
You want to let us know who told us to be here on a Saturday night?
We were voted here by someone who's not here.
Exactly.
Do
The
we
peanut
still-
gallery.
Oh, we don't have the button anymore.
No, we don't have.
Oh, dude, the mono button, just the booze.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
We can
I'm working
initiate
on
some
getting that.
Booze.
I'm working on it, but
We do have one producer in the house.
we got one. We
he's-
got one over there.
He's distracted.
Yeah. We also got,
You
in
can come say
case
hi.
anybody wanted to see if it's better, we got Theo mic'd up.
Yes,
Hey.
yes, we do.
We can actually hear Theo now. That's fun.
Yeah, no, and then we're all going to be able to just converse
Yeah.
more clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. Well, how did your guys' Thanksgiving turn out?
Oh, we're going to date this with Thanksgiving right now?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're the one that's producing this one, right?
Yeah.
Mine was good. We ate a lot of food, got the whole family together, and it was kind of unique.
Uh-huh.
We ordered like the sides from Cracker Barrel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So then my dad, he made the turkey, but that was all that we cooked.
Okay.
Was, a turkey.
Whoa.
And I don't know what to do anymore.
We're still good. We're still good.
Is this even live?
Yeah, that was just going straight to my.
That's your passcode? Okay, I don't remember.
No, it's not my passcode. Um.
No, it was good. We ate a lot. It was kind of pointless ordering sides because it's the same amount of a mess.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh huh.
But were
But
they
I
any
guess-
good?
Yeah, they were pretty good. Yeah, everything was
Okay.
good. The turkey was good that my dad made, and then they sent a ham. It wasn't no honey baked ham, but I thought it was good.
Well, yeah.
I thought it was fine. Not watching ESPN. What about you, Theo?
Oh, it was pretty good.
What did you
Just-
guys do?
I stayed home, relaxed. Everybody stayed home and relaxed all day, pretty much.
Did you get your whole family together?
Just not my whole family, but we were all in the same house. Just
Oh, nice.
to live around. Yeah, we had a pretty relaxed Thanksgiving, turkey, and then homemade sides and all that.
Nice.
It was pretty
dude.
good.
What about you, Adam? How was your Thanksgiving?
I didn't do anything.
You didn't?
No.
You didn't make a deep fried turkey?
Yeah, we did. We not a deep fried turkey. We had a regular turkey. My mother-in-law made Thanksgiving dinner, so it was me and my daughter and my wife, my mother and father-in-law.
Small,
So
quaint.
yeah, we've been that way for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that has been. So,
Just-
like, your siblings don't come over, or
I haven't
family?
spoke to my siblings. No, they all stayed. They all stayed at their houses. My oldest daughter went to my mom's house out in Lamar.
Oh yeah, yeah. Your daughter didn't come out. Does she come out before or no?
No,
No.
haven't talked to my daughter.
Oh jeez, bro.
No, it was small. It's always pretty small, but it was pretty good. We ate and then just hung out and relaxed the rest of the
Did
day.
you guys watch football?
No,
No.
no.
Did you?
No, I mean my dad did, but I didn't.
But it was on the TV.
Yeah, it was on the TV.
You watched TV. Was that face that you got? Was that because your team lost?
We didn't play on Thanksgiving.
You played the next day, right?
Yeah, you just muted yourself, bro.
Okay. It's not muted. I just
No,
muted
you're
it for a
good,
second.
you're
But
good.
you played the next day and lost.
Yeah, we did.
Who'd you play against?
The Kansas City Chiefs. And you know who lost it?
Who lost?
The center. We had the ball. It was 19-17, and we were in the red zone,
Yeah.
and it was third down, and the center just threw the ball before anyone was set.
Oh.
And it hit the Aiden O'Connell right in the chest, and he was like, "What?" And then they got the fumble.
That's
There was like
awesome.
17 seconds left. We could have kicked a field goal and tied it up, and or we could have got through a touchdown and won the game.
Yeah, that's
And this is just
that's the best way to lose a game.
Oh, dude, it was horrible. I was so frustrated.
I don't know. I didn't watch. I did know that they lost. Like I just watched to see if.
Yeah,
they
that's
lost.
how they lost, dude.
Like that's the only.
Literally, we had the chance to be the second loss for the Kansas City Chiefs this year, and the center just yeeted the ball at the quarterback when no one was set. Not even the line. He just got set
Yep.
and then yeeted it. And it's like he was like so pissed. Like, what happened? I didn't do that. Like,
So go ahead and bleep that out.
What?
He was so angry.
Oh yeah, pissed.
Oh man, yeah. I don't watch a lot of football, but I do look like on Google. I look up the scores to see if my friends' teams lost.
So you could make fun of them.
I get joy inside.
Do you have a team?
I don't watch football.
So you don't root for a team?
I guess I'm a
you-
hometown fan.
Ugh. Donkeys. What about you, Theo?
I don't really have a pro
If you
team.
had to.
I don't have a pro team, but
If
I
you
watch.
had to.
Oh boy,
He wants you to say Broncos.
I'm not gonna say Broncos because
Good
I'm not a
choice.
Broncos fan.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
I mean-
oh, we're not a Bronco fan.
I don't know. I don't really have a pro team. I can't really just pick one and say they're good because I don't watch pro. I'd watch more.
I mean,
college.
it's not about them being good. It's about you like.
I'll say
rooting-
the Raiders because I like their
Yeah.
stadium. I like their new stadium. I've seen their new
Me
stadium
too.
in person. I like it.
Yeah,
It's a pretty nice
It's
stadium.
brand new, man.
But for college, it'd be the Oklahoma Sooners.
Sooners. Yeah, I don't follow college much, but I like the Huskers, and I hear that they suck. So
Yeah.
it's just my choice and team, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. What about baseball?
I don't watch baseball at all.
I don't follow baseball either, but I think I don't know, dude. I guess the LA Dodgers pulled a big upset or something.
Yeah, they beat the Yankees.
So
I can't even talk about baseball. I've watched no baseball.
did you ever
at all.
play it
I tried out once.
when you were a kid?
Yeah. I never could get the hang of it, so I just quit.
What part?
I didn't even make it through the first practice.
What about you, Adam?
Yeah, I played Little League. I played coach pitch. What else?
T-ball?
No, I don't remember if I ever played T-ball. I played a lot of basketball when I was a kid.
Dang, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I can't picture you playing basketball.
I played basketball in elementary school and middle school.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my sports were basketball and football.
What position in football?
Safety and center.
You were the center?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, bro. You just must have been able to yeet that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Probably been
What
better.
is that? Is that your new word?
What? How many times have I said yeet? I don't even know what it means, dude. Throw it.
That's the only thing I could think of because whenever somebody throws something, yeah, that's exactly it.
Dude, you'd probably be a better center than the Raiders center.
Probably.
But dude, that guy's like 350 pounds. He's just
Yeah,
a giant human being.
I
Sorry,
was-
man. If you watch this, which you probably never will,
I was center,
just gotta
safety,
blame somebody.
and just anywhere on the line.
Dang, dude. So just in elementary and middle school?
Yeah, and then I quit my high school year.
Dang.
So you guys watched football.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say watched. I'm not interested in anyone other than my own team. Like that's why I never got into the fantasy thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I have maybe it's some like pent up rage. The other players that I like, the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't like any of those guys. I don't care how good they are. I don't like them.
Fair enough.
What if they go from that team to your team?
Then I would like them. That's
Then
the
you
weird,
like
it's
them.
hard. It's weird, man. Like I can appreciate. I love the sport. I played the sport all through, Pee-wees all the way up high school.
Yeah.
Love the sport, but when I'm watching it, like I just am not interested. When
Yeah.
it's not the Raiders playing, and then when it's the Raiders playing, they suck so bad. I'm also like pissed off and not interested. Like it's like a bad relationship where you're like, well, I'm just gonna be loyal.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
can be, they're
Yeah.
out there cheating on me. No, that's not what it is. No, it's just hard, dude. It's like it's added stress for no reason. But I love the Raiders, and my cousin, he really instilled that in me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like I looked up to him. He was my big brother, but it's me, my aunt, and then now my little mini me over there. He's a Raiders fan now too, and people are just so confused. Like, where are you born? You from California? No, I was born here. My family's from Cali, but it's always a shock to people.
I'm a Raiders fan, and you're from here because everyone expects you to be a Broncos fan.
Yeah, I met a barista. Me and my aunt were at the Safeway, and she's like, "Oh, you guys got good taste in teams." And then we got to talking, and I'm like, "I wasn't born here." She's from Cali, so she has a good reason, but I wasn't born here. And she's like, "Oh, neither was I. My mom just raised me right." I was like, "Nice, nice."
So, what were you thankful for?
Oh man, I'm thankful for the family I have. We've always been the type of family that gets together, and we just being around each other. It's not like, so a lot of people I talk to, they don't like do anything for holidays
Yeah.
because they're like, why would you go to spend all this money on a flight to go visit people that you don't like to be around? That frustrates you. I'm like I never relate to that because some of my family members frustrate me. You know who you are, Brandon. But no, like to me in those moments, like nothing matters. I think most of my family has the same moral beliefs. Same. That's what I'm thankful for the most, is that we're all, for the most part, Christians and follow Christ, or to some degree. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And that to me is the best gift that anyone can give. Is that their salvation? So that's what I'm thankful for the most. And yeah, I mean, what about you, Theo?
I'm first off my family.
Off that, no.
First off, it would have to be my family and
Mm.
how we all get along. And yeah, we all have our ups and downs at times.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful for those, and I'm more thankful for my past experiences because without those, they definitely wouldn't have led me to rededicate my life, nor where I am today, right now.
Boom.
How about you, Adam?
10 hours later.
I was thankful for my podcast crew.
Was?
No, yeah. Thankful for every day I get to wake up and work for the kingdom. Thankful for every day I get up and advance to God's kingdom every day. Thankful for the humbleness. Thankful for the fear of God. Thankful for the things that He has allowed me to experience. things that he's taken me through, things that he's going to take me through. Thankful, obviously, for my family, but first and foremost, I'm thankful for God and everything that He allows me to have and allows me to do in this life while I'm here. Because without Him, none of this would be possible.
Yeah.
It's by the grace of God that we're able to do anything that we're doing. And so,
all right, come here.
With-
Stand up.
don't trip on that cord, though.
Stand over here.
Oh, no. I think he paused it. He paused it. There.
To the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing, Adam.
Oh,
Look at the mic. And
I
then
don't
look at that camera. Let's see.
I don't know.
What were you thankful for on Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
we just did all of that for I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not thankful for anything?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can cut that out. You can timestamp that, right?
Timestamp. Yeah, no, I was thankful, like I said, for all the opportunities that I get, all the opportunities that I'm gonna have, and I just look at it as we're getting closer to that time where everybody's gonna make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every year that comes up, I'm not real big on the New Year's resolutions because why are we not doing what we should be doing now? Why are we making it, well, on November 1st, I'm going to make an attempt to do something. So I think we just need to do away with resolutions and just
Do it. Just do it.
keep doing it. Yeah, Theo, you made that. That was pretty bold of you to put yourself out there on social media.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
That was
Make
good.
that video. That was really good. How many cuts did you do?
That was
Or is that a first take?
my second take.
All right.
Dang, dude. I was wondering the same thing. I was like, this is really good.
Yeah, it was pretty flawless. I
It
was
was
like,
really
dang,
good, dude.
like well spoken,
Yeah.
everything.
Thank you.
Articulate. It was good, bro. You're natural.
I try, but it fails every once
Well,
in a while.
here's the thing. What you were talking about was the truth. Number one, the most important thing,
Yeah,
the truth. And it's led by God.
exactly.
You know, you did that not to glorify yourself, you gave the glory to Christ. That's the difference.
It's different when you make it for yourself than.
Yeah, if you're
For
trying to do clicks,
Oh yeah,
you
no,
want to do clicks.
no. That's how I used to be when I made TikToks, but now,
Well, see, that's
now
the day and age.
I do it for God and His glory and to reach other people and to help
Right.
other people.
And say something that may be like, oh man, I'm not the only one going through it, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple people say, "Hey, thanks for posting that because that really helped me."
Nice, dude. And see that right there is
On that video?
confirmation.
No,
I was like, what,
on
you
my
put that
TikTok.
on your own social media?
No.
Nobody commented on.
No, that's the thing. Like you hit it on the head because like social media today is all about getting followers.
Yeah.
and that's
And it's like and getting like people just me.
Yeah.
Like, what are you following me? Myself.
Yeah.
And that's the way I think the devil
really,
really gets people is because this like the movement in today, the culture today is all about you and like what's your truth, what's best for you, my body, my choice kind of stuff. Like no, you know, your body was paid for
exactly.
Yeah.
by the blood of Jesus.
Oh,
And
it's-
nobody
yeah.
understands that. Like every single person, Christ did that for everyone.
Not just for him and because
No.
he felt like it.
No, like he did it. He didn't want to. He even asked like
Didn't he ask like 4 times?
take this cup from me in the Garden of Gethsemane. Take this cup from me.
Gethsemane.
Gethsemane.
He prayed that like 4 times, didn't he?
Gethsemane. I don't know how many times he prayed it,
I
but
think it was 4.
think about it as being all man and all God. He has the same impulses as us,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the same desires, the same temptations, the same self-preserving, like, I don't know what's the word, not rituals, self-preserving actions.
Yes.
Because like your body will try to keep you alive. Like it's pretty crazy. Like if you're in a coma, your body will do anything, your brain will do anything in its power to keep your body alive, and it'll
Mhm.
like let other parts of your body die
Yeah.
just to keep you alive.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because, you know, like that thought, I mean,
It's pretty scary too.
it's pretty scary to think, but we're self-preserving by our nature, our default,
Yeah.
you know, and that's
So it also has to tie in with survival too.
exactly. And then that's like, you know, the fight or flight and all this and that. But the true path to righteousness is self-sacrifice.
Yes. Yep.
Like sacrificing who you are, who you think you are, who you want to be, you know, what you think you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to be doing. All this, you got to give that up and give it to God. Give it
Yeah.
to Christ.
Almost like the last episode we did where
Yeah.
we talked about take up your cross.
You got to take up your cross. And I mean, it's easier said than done because everything in you as a human being goes against that.
Yep. Because we want to rely on ourselves
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, dude. It's frustrating.
Oh, very frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you say it. You can say it one half of the day, the beginning of the day. First thing you say, Lord, your will, not mine. 5 seconds later, as soon as you get in the car, you're like, hey, full speed to get to work or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you just throw it out the window so quickly, or you get around somebody that you work with and
Then it all goes out the window.
yeah,
again.
and you want to make them laugh and you say something vulgar and they're like, and you're like, oh man, what?
Exactly. What did I just say?
Why?
Did I say that?
Yeah. I know that's been a change for you, Adam, huh? Not being on the construction sites no more.
Yeah, dude, I don't hear any curse words anymore.
Dude.
I wake up with a totally different mindset. You know, obviously I still get frustrated and I deal with
Right.
that kind of stuff, but yeah, my language has totally changed.
Because if you were talking, you know, that construction work slang at home,
Yeah.
your wife would probably beat you.
Yeah.
That's also
Yeah.
been a struggle for me because working construction and then trying not to cuss has
Yeah,
all
dude.
been another fight in its own.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be
It's gotten better, yes.
Yeah, it's not easy and they'll look at you differently. And then, but to me, because I worked in construction for a while too, and it was when I was a lukewarm Christian, and you know,
Yeah.
some could argue I still am, but
Yeah.
you know, when you get labeled as like, oh, like someone starts talking all this and that, and then they look, oh,
You're
sorry.
this.
They stop and they like go away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they didn't know you were there, and then they know you as like preacher boy or whatever.
Yeah. They give you those
Yeah,
labels.
yeah,
and
yeah.
names.
And then, but to me, that was always like kind of like a badge of honor because then, you know, I'm like, oh, cool. So they literally just changed how they were going to be, but they may have walked just 10 feet the other way
Right.
and talk to someone else, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just to me, it was an affirmation that I'm leading by example.
Exactly.
Because I'm not out there. You're not out there standing on a soapbox preaching.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That in your trade, you're only able to convey what you're trying to convey through your actions.
Hmm.
And if you
Yeah.
don't participate when, you know, there's the other part where like, you know, if you're not participating in the gawking at women
Yeah.
and hooting and hollering and catcalling and all that stuff, they're like, you like boys? And you're like, nah, dude, that's someone's daughter.
Exactly.
Or that's someone's future wife. And they're like,
Yeah.
that totally shuts it down.
Yep.
They're like, what the heck are you talking about? And I'm like, dude, think about it. Would you want someone looking at your daughter like that?
Exactly.
And then they get pissed.
Because
And
they
they're
know they
like,
don't want that.
Exactly. And I'm like, dude, there
And you
go,
just spoke
bro.
the truth, and then they get mad because you spoke the
Mhm.
truth.
Yeah.
It's a different mentality. And it takes a long time to get it. Because for us, we're all working construction. I feel like I have to look at the camera.
You don't
every time
have to
do
look
that.
at the camera.
Okay.
Just don't pay attention to
Don't
what's
even-
going on.
But for us, we all did that, and I think at some point we all got that, title of being okay. I need to watch what I say around
Yeah.
that person. You know,
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
how did you perceive that when that happened to you?
When people use bad language or
And then they
even-
would catch themselves, but oh, sorry, Adam. Or
I didn't.
would you like
when I
throw that
was
out
a-
the window?
When I was a baby Christian, when I was just getting into the faith here, people made a joke. Like they
Mhm.
made a joke on purpose to say, "Oh yeah, don't talk like that around Preacher Tipton here." Preacher Tip. Everybody called me
Preacher Tip.
TIP. Yeah, don't you can't say that around Preacher Tip. Now they just don't care. Like they're like, don't bring your nonsense to me,
Mm.
Mr. Holier than thou,
They changed it to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you think you're better than me, kind of thing.
Yeah, in a sense, but I haven't however, been in a situation where people are catcalling.
Really, in all the years you were.
No, not really. And if there's been a few guys that obviously look and I just ignore them. I don't say that's somebody's daughter. Like, that's a good one. I'm not telling you not to say that, but
Yeah, no. It doesn't work because I've had to say it a bunch of times,
right,
and they're
Yeah.
still just like,
right.
so what?
But most people are just like, and it's me. Now I'm not around it as much, but I would just shake my head and say, like, yeah. But I know how hard it is in construction, and I know how hard it is around your family.
Yeah,
Like your family, I don't know how they are behind closed doors, but I know you come from church, that your family comes to church every Sunday. Your dad's a worship leader. Your mom's in the worship team. Your dad comes to a handful of Bible studies a year. He comes to some breakfasts every now and then. He's super busy. And your mom is involved with whenever she can be involved. So I think that I go to a family that it flips a switch.
hmm
My mom's not a person who uses foul language, but the rest of my family,
yeah,
man, couple of sailors,
yeah.
bunch of truck drivers. And so it's weird because now in my environment at home, gosh darn it, is about the extent.
And that's like, they're like,
Yeah,
excuse me, sorry.
Somebody's working their way to the
Like,
yeah. So it's,
nabbit.
yeah, it but other than that, I just handle it. I just pray for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that works. That works, man.
I mean, some people are a lot bolder with saying things like you with, hey, that's somebody's daughter. Hey, we don't talk like that. Whatever. But I mean, what are you going to?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the person.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard to do that. Like,
You have to really try and read the room. Like the people that I say that to are people that I'm around every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, whether or not, I treat everybody. I try to treat everybody fairly and nicely, and
How you would want to be treated.
yeah, exactly. I try my best, man. Because there's times I slip up, and my tact is horrible. So I'll deliver it. So I listened to a sermon that Ethan actually showed me. It was great, and I forget the name of the pastor, but he talked. I think we've talked about it before on here too. But he talked, and I don't know if you know, if you're in the Grace Camp or the what's the other one? Oh man, there's two sides of it: fact or grace.
Okay.
And if you're based on the facts, like you're going to deliver it
As the
not
facts. Yeah.
who gets hurt by it.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what happens to a lot of people is, you go to a church and they're just spitting facts with no grace. and like, yeah, I'm out of here. You know?
Yeah.
That's not where I want to be. I don't want to be told that I'm doing all this wrong, sin, which we all are, but most of us don't want those problems brought to our attention
No.
right up front.
No, we would rather deal with them one on one
Right.
when they
right.
come up at that time.
Yeah. And like, it's just humans as a whole are usually resistant to that, where, you know, if you're trying to like gotcha truth is something that pastor was
Yeah.
talking about, like I'm telling you the truth. Yeah. The truth camp or the grace camp.
Okay.
You know, I'm telling you the truth.
I feel like
Gotcha.
I've heard of it
Yeah,
once.
gotcha.
before.
You're wrong. This is the
Right.
truth. Gotcha. You're wrong. Nobody's like, oh, cool. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm going to follow Jesus now. Nobody.
No.
They'd be like, oh, okay, great. You psycho. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
like for me, if that's how it was for me, if someone came at me like that, all hot and like throwing the book at me and spitting out addresses and being like this and like,
Uh-huh.
we're going to hell, and I'd be like, all right, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
ain't got to stay here for this, you know?
Right.
But it's a balancing act of grace and truth, you know? And that's where I find recently, like most of my conversations are with other believers, and they're separated by denominations.
Yes. Because I know if you go to a denominational church,
Yeah.
they're like, you're gonna go to hell because you have tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a huge one. And like, you know, one of the guys I work with, I think he's Pentecostal. And it's kind of a similar, like, you know, you're saved, but
You have tattoos.
yeah, there's fine print
Mm-hmm.
that's like, you're saved, but if you do this and don't do this and die in between that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you're going to hell. I'm like, that's not what's in the Bible.
No.
That's not what you read in the Bible when you take it all together and in context. You know, you take it out of context, sure. We did last week.
Yeah.
Or the week ago, we were like, oh, like that heavy verse you put up there. I think it was in Hebrews. It's like, yeah, you're going to hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you take it out of context, yeah, and it's so easy to get stuck, to get hung up on that.
And fall into that.
Yeah,
Wouldn't say as a trap
because it's not
kind of-
like yeah, okay, most of them, the different denominations, yes, they believe, but there are
false teachings.
false teaching. That's where you get into trouble. And then like you listen to John MacArthur or, you know, Vodi Bakum talk about that,
Yeah.
and they're so articulate about it, and I'm just like, dude, it makes sense to me,
Mm-hmm.
but my eyes are open.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And for a lot of folks, it's not the case.
No,
No.
And that's so unfortunate, man.
it is.
It
It
can be
is.
discouraging at times, but
Yeah, it can be.
because you have those believers and you have those groups, and you're like, we believe in Jesus, but do you really?
Yeah, exactly. They
Like,
say they
where-
do, but they're not
Where is
really.
your heart with him? Like, when was the last time you talked to him one-on-one?
Mm-hmm.
And most people would be like, what? That's weird. Like,
He
Yeah.
wants to build a relationship with
yeah,
you.
yeah.
He wants to get to know you on a personal level,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think a lot of people understand that. They just say it because they think it's a get out of hell
Yeah,
free card.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So a couple of things that Theo wanted to touch on.
Did we hit any off the cuff with no teleprompter?
We don't need the teleprompter.
We don't have. Well, we have. Is that considered teleprompter?
No, that's a
15.
video switcher.
Video switcher, yeah.
Yeah. Theo wanted to talk about honor and respect.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of research on it today, and I was like, I guess we'll let Theo kind of talk about where he's coming from with honor and respect, because I don't know. But when you talk about honor and respect, are you talking about like respecting your elders? Are you talking about people respecting you because of your faith?
No, not more. Just honor and respect in general for other people, for your elders. parents.
Right. Well, it's all over the Bible.
Yeah, it's everywhere in the Bible.
Yeah. I mean,
Same with respect.
respect all comes down to love. If you love
Yep.
somebody, then
Mhm.
you respect somebody.
And you honor
And
them
that's
as well.
all throughout the New Testament. Matthew.
Is it in the old?
Oh, yeah, it is there too. But and I'll jump around. But Matthew 22:37 through 39 says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the great and foremost commandment. The second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself."
Mhm.
Yep.
So before you can respect anybody, you better respect God.
Yes.
Like you got to
100%.
respect God 110%. And speaking of the Old Testament, we get to Proverbs 22:4. The reward of humility and the fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life. So basically, what they're trying to say there is respect for God leads to blessings and a fruitful life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think you first got to start by, I mean, when you're growing up, obviously you don't know the word respect, but you automatically have it ingrained in your brain. You respect your mom and you respect your dad. Um, and so when you're growing up, especially if you're getting back into your faith, if you're rededicating your life to Christ, you better respect God. And with that respect comes fear. Just like you respect your dad at home because you know that if you mess up, you have consequences.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But we don't seem to think about the consequences in the eternal.
Mhm.
That always just slips right over our heads. More.
Right. And like it says in scripture, it says in I'm probably gonna mess this up. I'll look it up here in a second. But it says, do not fear man that can kill the body, but fear the one that can kill and then cast you into hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Not only kill your body and
Yeah,
send you
because
to-
after man kills you, that's all they can do to you.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. It's done. But God can take you out and then eternity can be hell.
Mhm.
So we're not to fear man, we're to fear God. So we need to respect the fact that we need to respect God because, well, he is in charge of where we're going to
Yeah.
end up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For eternity.
Yeah.
But respect, I feel like you ever hear people say respect is earned?
That's probably what
Yeah. I've heard that.
I probably lean more in that because I think I've told my little guy that. You know?
Right. I mean, but does that mean they need to earn your love? I mean, because I don't know if
Yeah.
scripture says when Jesus was saying this to the greatest commandment, he didn't say you shall love your Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and foremost commandment. The second is like this: you shall see if you can get people to earn your love,
And respect.
or see if your neighbor can earn your love as you loved yourself.
Yeah.
Like, we should already, like, out of the gate respect anybody
Yeah.
until they give you a reason not to. I mean, this is life.
Yeah.
This is the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But until they give us a reason to 100% not respect them, I mean, we should give everybody respect.
And that
Mhm.
ties into forgiveness too, right? Right there. Like,
Right. Because, I mean,
if they show you like they're not worthy of respect, you need to forgive them and give them another shot.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
right?
And then if they break it again, then you gotta.
You got to weigh your options.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
that point, you got to be like, hey, keep looking at it.
Yeah. I know. We're going to get a better setup to where you can't look at the camera anymore.
You get a shot caller.
But I'm kind
Like,
of playing
you're like,
two roles. I apologize for my absence during the first half of this podcast, but I'm taking on producer, editor.
Yeah, you got a couple hats on right now.
Yeah. But we're gonna get this nailed down.
What is that hat? A lucky hat?
Yeah. No, it's Live Lucky.
It's pretty cool. It's very
It's got
Irish.
memory foam.
Ooh.
I saw Tony Robbins wearing it on the podcast. I was like, I
Nice.
like that hat, man.
Nice.
So I Googled it. And then I was like, oh, those are a little too rich for my blood. But you know, when could you put your email and everything?
Yep. And they give you discount.
Well, then it like, hey, check out these. So this was like $10 because it was
Nice.
on sale because it's a
And Friday.
CSU Rams
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
hat. And then it says "Live Lucky" on the side. But Tony Robbins had one. It says it on the bottom, and I kept like staring at it in the podcast. And I'm like, but they're pretty cool. They send it in a nice fancy box, and they sell like hat cleaning products.
Oh, yeah.
And then they they're not a sponsor. Live Lucky's not a sponsor.
No.
But if they want to be, I love hats.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do too.
Please, Live Lucky, get this guy a new hat. So I mean, yeah, respect starts with love. If you love somebody, obviously you respect them, and we're commanded to love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
So
What if you don't love yourself, Adam?
you better get right with God. You better get in the scriptures, man. You better get in the
I mean,
scriptures.
I know that is a really tough one that a lot of people deal with that, like loving yourself.
Yeah, that's a.
Like
big
that's a
one.
huge one.
Yeah.
And that's something I struggle with,
Yeah.
I think everybody struggles with that at times.
you know, but I think I've heard it on a few podcasts. I forget this guy's name. He's a cowboy, big old beard.
Okay.
He's so
he
cool.
just had that. Do you know the clips that you were putting on?
Yeah.
I watched that entire podcast.
Was it good?
So that guy has your boy Jordan Peterson that you
Yes.
thing for. It's a 3-hour podcast I just had playing in the background today.
Was it good?
I just had it playing in the background.
Oh, you didn't listen to any of it?
No, I mean there was a few good points, but that guy with the beard, he's on that, and I think it's like a 2-hour podcast that they sit there and do it. He's had, and the guy that does it's had Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
He's had a few of them on there, but
I don't know who that guy is. The host is, but
he's
had some
an
really
English
good-
guy.
yeah, he's
But,
got some really good talkers on there. Speakers.
The guys had the cowboy guy. He talked about Proverbs, like you put the clip
Yeah.
on there, but yeah, he talked about Proverbs and stuff like that. But yeah, so in that dive with respect, like I said, respect is just, I think we got to give everybody respect. What are your thoughts, Theo? Like, where does this, like, do you feel like you're being respected in your walk?
Yeah, to an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
Just no one's really.
It's like I knew the other day I was kind of the fly on the wall eavesdropping, but I know like because I pick up on things that you're going through in your fresh walk. That
Yeah.
I mean it's night and day. I'm like, holy cow, this is so much what I was going through. When you get frustrated, when you're sharing your testimony, when you're sharing the gospel, when you're sharing things like that, and people are just kind of, yeah. Sure, man. Yeah. Duh, I believe that. But then you clearly see their lifestyles not reflecting what
And
you-
it's not changing.
Yes. And I know you get frustrated about
Yep.
it
I do.
because I heard you the other day, like, I don't even know why they ordered a Bible. Like, and I'm like, like, I get it because it feels like it happened so fast for you. But in reality, somebody was asking the same question about you.
Yes, I know.
So
And-
that frustration, I know, I get it. I get it 100%.
Do you think that is some of like the frustrations that we have with ourselves?
It could be, yeah. I
For
think
sure,
it could be.
for sure. But when you get that irresistible grace of God, and He finally lets you kind of go through the weeds a little bit, and then He finally grabs you and says, "Okay, now you're going to live for me." It feels like it happened so fast, just like somebody flipped the light switch on. That you want that experience to be everybody's experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You want to be the one taking them to the light switch.
Which I know we can't do.
No, we
It's-
can't.
It's also
It
that.
doesn't make it any easier. But and I'm like, man, yeah, Theo's on fire for the Lord. He wants everybody to feel that fire. He wants everybody in his camp to now be on the same page he is on,
Yeah.
so that you can spitball and you can do side Bible studies and you can talk religion and Christ, and you can watch people do things that they should be doing. And when they don't, you're just, oh man, but you You got to just keep on being you. You got to be the reflection of Christ. You have to be the mirror. When they're looking in, they want to say, I want to look like Theo.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy, because it's contagious. But when you get frustrated and you say, well, you're just a dumb, stupid idiot because you're living in sin, haha. Then they think of you as a Pharisee. They think of you as a legalistic jerk that's like, well, I don't want to live that life if that's how I'm going to act.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the truth camp right there. It's
Yeah.
Mhm.
truth without grace, man. Like we have to be able to give ourselves, not only give ourselves grace,
Yeah.
but give those around us grace too.
Yeah. And I thought about it. I keep getting paranoid that I'm hit because I just did an update
Oh.
on these mics and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
unlocked them all.
Don't worry, I'll tell
So
you, bro.
and it's keep an eye on Theo. 'Cause I'm gonna be so upset
I'm clear.
that we finally.
As long as you guys keep an eye on
Oh, I'm
that.
watching
this
yours.
is what made me think of that, Theo. 1 Peter 2:17 says, honor all people, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king.
Whoa,
That's
Wow.
where's that?
It's 1 Peter 2:17. Honor
Dang, it sounds
all
like
people,
Peter.
all people. Okay?
Okay.
Love the brotherhood. These are the guys that your brothers, man, and the people that you're getting frustrated with right now. Love the brotherhood. Fear God and honor the king. That means, show respect.
Whoa, what is that part? Honor the king. What do you think he means there?
Honor God, honor the king, Christ. And it could be honor the governing authorities.
Mm.
But it's to show
That's
respect.
a huge one
That
in
is.
this day and age.
Yeah,
No,
that
honor the
is.
king is that. Sorry. It's to show respect to both fellow believers and those in authority.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's
that
Peter,
is a
bro.
big one.
Dude, I need to read Peter.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
1 Peter. But yeah, so you got to honor the Lord, fear God, and honor the king. So with the fear of God, you better be respecting all authority. And then we'll get into that when I get into the honor part of all this.
Mhm.
That a lot of things that are gut punches for us. But I thought of that when I was honor all people and love the brotherhood. You've got brothers out there that I know that you are passionate about wanting to bring them closer to Christ. Man, you're already planting the seed. You're already being the mirror. You're already reflecting Christ through your actions. But you also got to think those same guys, those same brothers, when you get out, and this was my biggest weakness, I wanted to reflect Christ, but when I stepped onto the construction site, I wasn't reflecting Christ because I don't think Christ talked the way that I was talking, because I
Mhm.
wanted those brothers to still think I was funny. I wanted them to still think that I
It was
was
a part
the
of
cool
them.
dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got to not only reflect Christ in your lectures and your frustration, but you've got to reflect Christ in and out of the church, in and out of the house,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's hard. The cleaning up that mouth is the hardest part.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we all probably started that language in the elementary school.
I
Oh, yeah.
definitely did. Yeah. I
If not elementary, dude, young.
Yeah. And then
Gosh.
we want young men like this to not do that.
Mhm.
But we can't clean it up now.
I know.
that. Yeah.
That's where we come into the
Yeah.
hypocritical part of it, where like
Mhm.
you talked about it a few weeks ago with, oh man, what you said hit me so hard. How can you expect
Oh.
someone to obey you
Yeah.
if you can't obey God?
Yeah.
Like if you aren't walking and following what God's telling you to do.
Yeah. How can you
How can
expect
you
somebody to
anybody-
submit to your authority if
Yeah.
you can't submit to God?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And that was another one of them gut punch reality checks that I had in my discipleship. And this is why discipleship is so important. Finding that time to be able to meet with the brother, and you get reality checks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it with the submission, with the fear of God, with all those kind of things. I mean, it's just another one, Romans 12:2, be devoted to one another in brotherly love, give preference to one another in honor. I mean, this is a verse this verse urges believers to engage in a healthy competition of honoring others, highlighting the importance of respect in our interactions and relationships. that healthy competition is monkey see, monkey do. You're
Yeah.
gonna be the one who honors and respects people. I'm gonna honor and respect people even more than that.
Even harder.
Yeah.
Than that.
And then you just feed off of each other and you keep
And that's that friendly
going. And
competition.
that's why the brotherhood is so important, because you can't do it on your own.
No.
You can try to do it on your own, but you're never going to be able to achieve that on your own.
Yeah.
Ephesians 5:33 says, "Nevertheless, each individual among you also is to love his." Oh, sorry. So this is about married people. So
Oh, you missed your cue there.
bum 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 bum. For all the single ladies, this man right here. Is,
Hey, Theo's single
willing
too.
and yeah, but Theo's got a few years to go.
What do you mean? How old are you, bro?
22.
This is a bachelor right here. No kids.
Yeah, I don't have any kids.
I got
This
baggage.
man right
I
here
got
is
baggage,
single,
ladies.
ready to mingle, ladies.
Not baggage, just my beautiful son you saw earlier. I'd pack meal that kid anywhere.
But this is just another thing about respect. Nevertheless, each individual among you is to love his own wife as himself, and his wife must see to it that she respects her husband.
Hey, again, then though, what if you don't love yourself?
You better get right with God.
That's your only answer to that?
Yeah, because if you're a Christian and you don't love yourself, you better start back at one and have God. If God loved you so much that he was willing to give up everything for you, and you can't even give God the respect to love yourself, then, and if you need therapy, you need therapy, but
Yeah.
you better,
Yeah.
Better Health? Is this when we do a commercial for Better Health?
yeah, better health. But this leads us into the honor part of it. So you wanted to talk about respect and honor. Romans 13:7 tells us, give to everyone what you owe them.
Okay.
Okay? That's how you honor
Wow.
people. If you owe taxes, pay taxes. If revenue, then revenue. If respect, then respect. If honor, then honor. So you better give everybody what they're owed.
Wow.
If you owe somebody money, you better give them their money. If
That's
you owe
heavy.
them respect because you haven't been respecting somebody, then give them the respect. But notice how it doesn't reciprocate it to say, but make sure they do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to do that.
You've got to, yeah.
And do it without the expectation of getting anything in return.
Right. And just like it said in the past verse that we talked about, when it said to honor the king, fear God and honor the king, that goes back to Romans 13:1. Every person is to be in subjection to governing authorities.
Give Caesar what is Caesar's, man.
For
Yep.
there is no authority except from God. And those which exist are established by God. All
Bear.
authorities. How hard.
That's
That's
something needs today, dude.
yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Everyone that's in authority.
We might not like the things now.
Been appointed, dude.
I was
Yeah.
when I was going through all this stuff, I had all my study Bibles open, and I was in my John MacArthur commentary, and he clearly puts on there, Scripture makes one exception to this command. One exception. And now everybody's like, oh, please tell me. When the obedience to civil authority would require disobedience to God's word. So the only way that doesn't apply is if they stop you from worshiping your God.
Or the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Right. We'll get to that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very clear example of Daniel 3:16. That's when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego told King Nebuchadnezzar, no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, dude.
Because he told them they needed to bow down
For
and worship his statue.
His statue of gold, and
they said, no, we're praying to our God.
we pray to
So we
God.
got thrown into a furnace, and they walked out. There was 3 that came in and 4 that came out.
Wow.
4
What's
that
the
came
4?
out.
There was 3 that went in, and he seen 4 in the fire.
Yeah. One was an angel. or Jesus. Was it Jesus?
I think, yeah, a lot of people say it was Jesus in there with him.
Wow.
Kept him from burning.
Foreshadowing.
So, yeah. Human government's authorities derives from and is defined by God. He instituted human government to reward good and to restrain sin in an evil, fallen world. Government was put here by God
Appointed.
to restrain evil,
Unless
in a
they are
fallen
evil,
world.
right?
Yeah, but you know,
And even
unless,
those are
unless they're telling you that you can't worship God, unless they're telling you like all those people in China they don't even need to be like they're not going to be punished for not adhering to what their government's telling them because their government is taking their Bibles away. Their government is killing them for worshiping.
Oh, I did not know that at
Yeah.
all. Wow.
Yeah.
Not allowed to have church in China.
Or you look at Russia and Putin claims to be a Christian.
Really?
They're is it
Orthodox.
Orthodox?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they claim to do everything that they're doing in the name of God.
Huh.
But then it's even when it's false, right? If they're falsely claiming,
They're not saying you can't have church in Russia though. There's probably not just they would probably rather that you just had their church. But there's probably different churches in Russia. They're
Oh,
not
yeah,
going
there's-
around shutting them down and shooting people.
yeah, it's just, yeah.
Romans 13:2 says, therefore, whoever resists authority has opposed the ordinance of God. So we got to do whatever they say.
Dang,
Yeah.
dude.
Wow.
And they
So
have-
America was
Yeah.
America founded on disobedience?
No, because they had their own government.
Yeah, but they said, British, get out. We done with you.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about all that.
Is
You
that why
can look it
America's
up.
not in Revelation?
I have no idea.
Taking it right off the rails.
Yeah.
Adam, his train's going off.
And they that who have opposed will receive condemnation upon themselves. So disobedience and rebellion against God is against God. Well, why he's making so much noise over there? Hope these noise
Give me
can't.
something to throw at him, dude. Hey.
That was a book.
This is hard. I'm not throwing that.
I don't have anything else.
Hey, bud. Hey, mijo. You keep it down. You keep it down so I don't have to throw a hard book at you.
Do what? Just put it on that table. We'll do
Ooh.
we'll edit that one out.
Okay.
Ephesians
Take it easy.
Ephesians 6:13. This is the last one we'll do on the honor part of it. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
You
Mhm.
failed that one a little bit.
Honor your father and your mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. That's the first commandment with a promise, is honor your father and mother. So that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy a long life on earth.
I kind of hope that they could hear this in the background.
I doubt it. They could. I doubt it.
I see a lot of that. A lot of people not honoring their parents.
Yeah, dude, I
That's-
didn't always honor even my
I
parents.
didn't either.
I really didn't.
No, I don't think any of us did fully to the way
And
they were supposed to.
I've done it not this year, but in past years, going through some struggles.
And it happens when you're not even noticing it too.
Yeah.
And you do it intentionally sometimes, but more when you don't notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. But how do we expect our little ones to do it if we can't do it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all our behavior is learned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really truly believe that that's why there's always cycles, and they're pretty similar.
Oh yeah, 100%.
When kids are raised a certain way, their parents were also raised that same way, if not
Mhm.
similar, and it just continues. And
Generational curses happen that way too.
yeah, and the only breaker of those generational curses is Christ and his blood
Mm-hmm.
that cleaned the slate,
Yeah.
cleared the board. It gives everybody the opportunity to break those cycles, and now that doesn't mean it's easy to do.
No,
It's probably the hardest thing you will ever do in your entire life.
but it can be
And
done.
it can kill you.
Yeah, but it can be done to an extent.
It can, yeah, and that's through Christ
Mm-hmm.
and Christ alone. But I mean, that's heavy.
It is.
Respect and honor. I mean, when I think of honor, I think of the shoguns and the samurai in Japan. Like, they did some crazy stuff, dude.
Like the
Yeah.
Marines.
Oh yeah.
Marines.
I mean, what did you have in mind when you were thinking of that, Theo? I didn't want to steal your topic. You came up with the topic.
Well, it was just more to learn about it
Yeah.
and get into depth about that and hit some of those key verses.
Yeah. Those are what I came up with doing my studies today with respect and honor. And I put it in my notebook here because there's a lot of good verses in there.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I think that will go places with a lot of young listeners, young adults. But I think the first thing we got to stop saying is respect is earned, not given.
Yeah,
And it's
Yeah, I got trapped in that.
I did too. I think we all did at one
like
point.
none of us deserve anything.
No.
Mm-mm.
But if we go out there and love everyone like we love ourselves, and give
Serve.
respect where now obviously there's a lot of people out there that you don't have to respect, as far as like you got false teachers, you got heresies, you got things like that. You don't have to respect that.
Yeah,
But when you got a brother in Christ,
respect them.
Their respect is, you just got to respect them.
Mm-hmm.
Believers and non-believers.
There's like 1,000 games on that thing. Dude.
So
Come here, come say something. If you want to play on the phone, you gotta earn it. After everything we just talked about. Come say something profound about Jesus.
big words, big words. Oh,
You don't have nothing? I wish you had a camera on him.
yeah. No, we don't have enough cameras yet.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But if you want to make sure we get cameras, you guys can always scan that QR code right there and help me out in my ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Help me in my ministry with under the umbrella of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I will be able to go to 60 communities, bringing the church to communities, high schools, middle schools, and disciple coaches, athletes, students, and teachers.
So I assist or volunteer coach our wrestling club,
Mm-hmm.
and the couple of the little guys during warm-ups are like, "What's that mean?" FCA said Future Christian Athletes, and like, that sounds weird.
You said future Christian
Yeah.
athletes?
Yeah. Fellowship of Christian Athletes is what it is, huh?
Yeah, fellowship.
But they're like, that sounds weird. Athletes sound weird. I'm like, that's what you are, dude. That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah. Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Future Christian
Scan
Athletes.
that QR code today and make your donation. Help me on my ministry trip. And by doing that, you're also sponsoring the podcast.
Yep.
That's true, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And that is
Yeah,
Very
you're helping
true.
me.
Very
You're helping
true.
me. You're
Very
helping my
true.
family.
start,
You're helping me get the word out. You're helping me bring church. You're becoming a team member with me. You're on my team when you sponsor monthly or
Now-
one time.
is it just US dollars?
You can't donate with Vietnamese dong.
I've already went through this once.
yeah. I swear I hit sent on it.
How is your evangelistic exercises going, Theo?
Pretty good.
Yeah, who you sharing the gospel? Oh, hey,
You're exercising demons?
What?
I said evangelistic exercises.
Why'd you yell, hey?
Because, and then he cut me off because he does that all the time. Your friend that came to church with you, watched your testimony, came to church with you the next week. You decided to sit down with your friend instead of upstairs.
Oh, I don't know what happened with that. They go to another church and then they tried out this one, which is a mega church. And
Oh,
They
wait,
would
whoa.
Wait,
This is not the mega
this one?
church. They
they go.
they
they-
attend
they-
to a mega
There-
Yes,
okay,
yes, they
I was
attend
like,
a
man,
mega
they go to
church,
a
not
really small church. If this
not
one's a
this
mega
one.
church.
But no, I sent them I told them that I was giving my rededicating,
Yeah.
and they showed up, and then
But then she came back the next.
yeah, then that was
Week.
the last time.
One of them, are we?
What a way to put the man on the spot like that.
Well, I was just asking.
No.
I don't know. I ask you all the time. You got 3 or 4 of them.
No, I don't, dude. I don't bring them.
No, but I
No,
hope
they come after you. You got a fan club these days.
No. Uh-uh. No.
no, I hope she's still going to church, whether it's here or over there.
So it's just a friend you knew from school.
Not she was homeschooled, but yeah, we were in the same age group pretty much.
How you get to know somebody's homeschool deal?
Because one of my
You didn't go to her school, I
no,
hope.
no, one of my other buddies dated her best friend at the time, and that's how I got to know her.
All right.
Yep.
Hey.
All right. So how's the dating life going now? Nothing?
Nothing.
Single?
Single, nothing.
Right on.
You're in a relationship with Christ.
Yes.
All right.
Boom. I used to use that line all the time. Now
Yeah, it's not working.
I've been alone for a while. I was starting to go
So
crazy.
we got two single guys here.
3 if the other guy ever shows up. And I think Ethan has a girlfriend.
I don't
Does
know.
he?
Yeah, I think I think she's a believer. They're off and on kind of thing.
Nothing wrong with dating them ladies.
No.
No, but doing it the right way
It's hard to
is
find.
is the secret
Yeah.
to it. You know, it's easy to
And almost half
fall to the world.
of all the girls out there always say that they're believers, but then their actions always prove otherwise too.
You don't do the apps, do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
I did them for a while, and
I tried them, but I never.
Did it
I don't
once and
see the-
almost ruined my life.
I don't see the point of paying.
I'll
well,
never
yeah, there's
do
you
the
can go
apps.
for free, but
No, I don't. I'd rather just wait. And,
well, that's what's different about this day and age, dude.
yeah.
Nobody is like willing or able to like communicate in person.
Oh,
it
yeah.
seems like.
I'd rather.
You notice that?
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just weird, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos out there.
It's a digital age that we live in.
Yeah.
That just like I don't know.
It's not the same.
No.
You know, I was just thinking, thanks a lot, Brandon, by the way. Is usually for our audience, we record these after youth group
Yeah.
on Wednesday nights. And we have, we fellowship with each other afterwards and stuff like that. And we get home, we got to go to work the next day. And for a split second, I thought to myself, man, we don't have to go to work the next day.
We have to go to church.
Yeah.
But then church came sneaking right up and
Yeah.
said, I used to get up early, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how long, if he's able to get through tonight with his Celsius and get a podcast edited.
He's playing fork knife or something like that.
Fork knife.
Playing Call of Duty with his buddies. He ain't doing nothing. He's got he's 8 months behind.
He's going for a record a year.
Yeah, so I don't.
He voted for today. He
He
voted
did
for
vote
tonight.
for this tonight.
Yeah,
And
that.
I loved your message. Is this an appropriate time that we can talk about? This was all your idea.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know.
You know,
I wonder how many times I do that in the podcast. Can you touch your lips to your nose?
No. Barely.
Adam can.
what?
Yeah.
You got any closing thoughts, Theo?
Not right off the top of my head, no.
Good. I'm glad you came prepared.
Did you bring me questions?
Same answer.
Yeah, nothing. What are you studying in your Bible now?
I was reading the book of Job, but now I'm going to read First Peter.
Yeah, Job is pretty
Oh, you
heavy.
guys like
Bro.
that First Peter
Yeah.
references, aren't you?
Peter's good, dude. I've read it.
Steve called it something. I can't remember if it's Peter or John, but he's like, this is called, like the life lesson in the Bible, something like that.
Mm.
But I forgot what he said.
Yeah, no, the book of Job was pretty.
It's heavy.
It's heavy, yeah. It was pretty
It's
heavy.
heavy, and it just starts off heavy. It starts off like a Disney movie when Bambi's
Pretty
mom
much.
gets shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like trigger warnings at the beginning of that one, huh?
Yeah.
You got everything. Now it's gone.
No, yeah. It was heavy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You got any,
What
you got
about
any
you?
final thoughts there, Adam?
No, man, just keep on keeping on. Life's a garden. Dig it.
You just quoted Joe Dirt.
Yeah, I did. No, man, we just gotta wake up grateful for each day, and
Mhm.
man, it's all God will provide for all of us, no matter what we're going through, no matter what stage of life we're in. God will provide.
Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries.
Yeah, what was that again?
Matthew 5:34.
All right, I will fact check that.
Nice. Yeah, no, I think that's Adam. You have it in a nutshell too. Is that whole different belief on respect?
Yeah, I never
'Cause
really
I-
put it into
yeah.
context until I did my study, and that's because Theo, a couple of days ago, said, "Let's talk about honor and respect," and I was like, "What is he? Where's he coming with this?
Mm-hmm.
What is he talking about? Honor and respect?" Like, at first, I thought maybe we were going to go into your rabbit hole of nobody's respecting me, not following Jesus. Nobody honors God. Like, I'm like, where's he going with this? But man, that's great. I'm glad you did that because we need that kind of stuff in our text thread because that made me open my Bible. That made me get on my computer. That made me get the John MacArthur commentary out and go through these different verses. Yes, I'll Google like respect in the Bible and then it's right at our fingertips. God
Yeah.
gave us that technology that I can reference all these verses, but then I get in my study Bible. I get in my Bible. I write down the scripture. I write down the commentaries to make sure that I'm not the only one that thinks that way. The commentary, like Rick always says, those are not inspired by God, but those are really good men of God that are writing this
Mhm.
down. But the word of God is inspired by God. It's,
The word of God.
yeah. So I didn't know where you're going with that. I appreciate that thing though.
Yeah.
to get me in my Bible and stuff
Give
like
us
that.
a topic like
You know,
that.
Yeah.
the topics are always good on this podcast. There's a couple of different things that I think we're going to try to do
Ooh,
with Christian news.
I just thought of one.
Yeah.
Betrayal.
Yeah, we can
yeah.
definitely talk about betrayal. We've talked about forgiveness a couple of times on
But
this
we
podcast.
haven't talked about betrayal.
That's a
Theo's
heavy
getting
one,
fired up
dude.
over here. It's like he's experienced this a couple of times.
Yeah. Have
Uh-huh.
you've too, right?
Yeah, I've been working for the Lord since day one.
Wow. Even
No,
well,
I
Jesus, even Jesus got betrayed, bro.
I know.
If he got betrayed, so did all of us.
For 30 pieces of, what was it, silver?
Silver, dude.
Yeah.
Doritos Locos.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's it, guys. Like you gotta really that's the one thing about following Christ. It goes against everything you're taught to believe.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Everything, dude. Like we think we got this figured out. Nah.
The world wants to train you up in the ways of the world.
Yes, dude. And that's
And-
like you're so susceptible to it.
Do
if
not
you're
be
allowed-
transformed by the world, but
Yeah.
be renewed,
Yeah.
transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's nothing here worth your soul.
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
And don't fear a man that can kill you, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all. The worst he can do is kill you, absent of the body present with the
Fear-
Lord.
Fear God
Exactly.
that can kill you and then cast you into hell for eternity.
Burning fire, dude.
Yeah.
Gnashing.
So let's
Gnashing
get
of
out there.
teeth.
Let's get out there. Let's respect some people.
Yeah,
Don't
that's a
forget
challenge. That's
Don't
the
forget to
challenge
go
for
out
the
there
week.
and support me, my
Yeah.
ministry journey.
Yeah.
By doing that, you're supporting the podcast. I'll pause this video right now. Give you plenty of time to scan that QR code. My baby's got to eat. Scan that QR code now. And don't forget, ladies, if you're looking for a nice Christian single man, we got this guy right here. And as always, Theo, take us out if you're going to talk about it.
Be about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.